Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for
Welcome.
joining us.
Hi, my name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts. Sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, we're a few minutes late, but there's lots of you already here. So thank you very much for chatting.
Yes.
Keeping the board happy.
Keeping the community chatting and yes, interacting with each other. And yes, so thank you so much. Let's say hello to who's
Got lots of you here already. So Gian, I'm so happy you got our card and you found your cat as well. You managed to catch Ellie. I want to say her name was, if I remember correctly. So happy that you found her. Robin, Brenda, Duffy,
Linda, Christine, hello. Krista, hi.
Lisa.
Just jumped.
Lots of you here. Kathy, Betty,
Katie.
Steph, Catherine,
Sherry.
Yeah, lots of you. Connie, Mum. You're all coming in. So good.
Yes.
Well done.
So if you are new to our channel, we are Mitosu Crafts, independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So you can purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands. Do use our current host code so you can get a handmade card or gift from us the following month. And if you do purchase more than £50, you'll get an extra gift from us. So this month we are giving away free pack of gilded gems. Again, I don't have it on me, but Barry might get it later. If you are watching the replay, do pop in a comment and we'll put you onto the random draw on our next live stream. So before we get started, Barry created a version of this card. So he created another one, this time with a bit of stamping of the snowflakes on the top right, top left, whichever. And we'll do the random draw for that one now.
I'm hoping we're live. I don't know. I seem to be getting the wheel of death.
So yes, people are saying hello, but let us know if we're still live. We're so close to our 5K subscribers. So if you can, please subscribe and share the video, any of our videos in our playlist or channel. And yes, it's just a personal goal for us this year, and it'll be amazing to reach it before the end of the year. But hopefully we'll reach it next week. What else is there?
I don't actually know if we're live. I'm just going to go and check over on the big computer.
Okay. So yes, so do pop in a comment if you can still see us.
Just bear with us one moment.
Just bear with. Is that because of the Wi-Fi? Shall I continue saying stuff?
No, I would just bear with us one moment. I think our internet has just gone down.
The live feed is still saying it's going.
Can you want to check on your phone briefly?
Yeah.
Because nothing's loading.
Do you want? I'll come off of my Wi-Fi. Let's have a look.
If we are live, so bear with us.
It could be because it's not on skip survey.
Because there's no more comments coming through either.
I think we are.
We are? Okay.
Because it's just, I think, take off yourself on the Wi-Fi if it's the Wi-Fi. Apologies about that. It just looked like the laptop wasn't working properly. Okay, there we go. It's gone off now.
That's it. We've moved over to cell network rather than what a Wi-Fi has gone down, yes. So
yes. It's good that we didn't say anything. So yes, so we're gonna do that the drawing now. Can you?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, just bear with me one moment. I just need to wait for that to go up.
Okay, whilst Barry is setting up, there is the designer series paper or pattern paper promo still going on from Stampin' Up. You get 15% off for, I think there's probably 9 or 12 designs. I keep looking at them. There's like playful pets, which Barry created, that treat holder, that you may have seen. Snowflake Splendor as well, which he did the tutorial with. And yes, didn't Barry do well with his casually crafting blog hop? If you haven't seen it, it's on our website as well, mitoscrafts.com. And what else is happening this month? Ooh, if you are...
TSP sale?
That's what I just said.
Okay, but I wasn't even paying any attention, sorry.
See? Rude.
Okay, let's do the drawing.
Yeah, let's do the drawing.
Okay, so the lucky winner... Well, I can put the light up. No wonder we're a bit dark tonight.
I'm always dark.
The winner of this card is going to be...
Christine!
Christine!
Yay!
Well done, Christine. That card is working its way over to you.
Whee!
Excellent. And when we got the light up, you'll be able to see it a bit better as well. So good. So lovely. Well done, Christine. That card is working its way over to you. Lovely. I heard what you said. Yes. Swiftly moving on.
It's true. Anyway.
Anyway, okay, so Jay is going to create his card this evening, again using the Freezin Friend, the Freezin Fun, or the Freezin Friends bundle.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes, so I started playing with the penguins last Wednesday, but my card this evening, I thought I'll play with the raccoon.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Lovely. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Let's flip you around.
Just carry on.
Just carry on, and let's work through the technical issues. There we go. And I'll hand it over to Jay.
Cool. Hello. So, I haven't even break up my card base, but if you follow us and go on our online classes, we're a bit odd. We cut our card bases 14.6 by 21 centimeters, folded in half, or 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. That's just because when I convert, that's bright. Convert it to Imperial US, it's just easier to convert because 14.6 is 5 3/4, and American and Canadians are 5 1/2. So use whatever card base you have, because the elements on this card is actually just not on a bigger. It doesn't matter what the card base is. I do need mint macaron. So we keep our papers in a folder. So I'll just get mint macaron piece. So I save everything. Paper.
I save most things. I'm not as bad as we make out I am, but
And my layer is 1 centimeter smaller than the... Is it 1 or 2? I think it's 2. It's 1. 1 centimeter smaller than the card base. So that'll be 9.5 by 13.6. Or that is 3/8 of an inch smaller than your card base. And I think that's the only one thing that makes a difference on the cards. I've got normal Whisper White here that I'll be stamping on because we will be coloring Freezin Fun. As mentioned, it comes with as a bundle, Freezin Friends dies, and most of it coordinates on with the stamps. And we have cut out which one coordinates and stamped that on as well. So all of the characters, the fun characters, so the penguins, seal, I keep forgetting what that is, rabbit and raccoon, raccoon, right? And trees and snowballs. So I haven't played with the snowballs yet. The dice for these is actually just 1 die, so it cuts it 3 in one go, which is great. So you don't have to cut 1 by 1, especially the smaller ones. And you have a curvy. So speaking of curvy, if you join our team, you'll be able to purchase the quite curvy pre-release exclusive to Demonstrators. So as one of the perks of being a demonstrator or joining the Stampin' Up family, you can get your hands on new and exclusive products before the public. So yes, so more information can be found on our website. So as we are coloring with Stampin' Blends marker, it is alcohol based, so I'll be using Tuxedo Black Memento to stamp with. So I'm gonna use that one. Can I get, oh, no, that's fine, I got some. And I'll do a couple of the trees. And yes, so let's just stamp, 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 ink, tap, tap, tap even, stamp, stamp, stamp. And make sure there's nothing underneath. I think I wobbled. I'll do a couple just in case I mess up. But yes, last live, people were like saying they love this set but haven't played with it. Have you played with it now? We'd love to see your creations as well. We do have a Facebook group, Crafty Stampers as well. So you could always share that or tag us if you do case one of our cards, which most people do, which we're thankful for. So I've stamped that 4 times, and I think that is it. I'll get the Suki out later. So coloring, what have we got? I've been practicing. I practiced yesterday, but as with coloring, any type of coloring, you will need loads of colors. I try to keep it as minimal as minimal as I could, but I'm using Granny Apple Green, just jade. This is color lifter, always handy for mistakes and highlights. We have Smoky Slate, and I believe that's basic black, so I need the Smoky Slate. Balmy Blue, and what's that? Crumb Cake. There we go. So we'll do the trees first. If I just get my other... Yeah, it was hiding. And I'm gonna show you how to use smoke. Normally when I color, I use 3 different colors. So for example, the greens, I would use light and dark, and then added a complementary color or a darker shade for the shadows. So what you could do is actually, if you don't have, or if you're not too confident on picking another color that will go with it, so use your smoky slate for shadows. Okay, and that's what we'll be doing today. So different ways of coloring. I tend to do the shadows, the darker first, because I do want the darker shade to be more prominent. And then I go in with the light and blend that in. Some people, if you want the darker to blend in a bit more, you can, if I do it in this, color all of your area in the light and then add the dark. Can you just get me paper for underneath, please?
Christine said, what's your plans for reaching 5,000 subscribers? Do you want to just give them an update?
Oh.
The update at the beginning of this video, we were
4,999. Yes, so we only had one.
What do you want?
Paper underneath, pad. So you can see that the dark, it's more prominent. The light you can blend out a bit more. Thank you. You could always go back in and add a bit more. So I want this to be quite dark. Ooh. I went over the line. Ooh. And what's great about these markers, the combo comes as a pack. So once you've done those, you can use your smoky slate. So I'm gonna use the dark. That's how long we've had this, and it's still going. And you can go back in where your shaded areas would be, and then just, if you want it like really prominent like that, you can leave it like that, because the darker shade of granny apple green you can still see hints of. So I think the smoky slate is quite transparent, so the ink just shows the green underneath as well. And what you could also do with the light smoky slate is then go over the bottom bits. That was a bit thicker than I intended to, but I'm just following, I'm just tracing. I can't work like that, I can't see it, so I'm gonna go like this. So yeah, so color and turn the orientation of your paper however is comfortable for you. For the smaller trees, I'll probably just do block coloring. So one I'll do, because they're quite small, one I'll do the dark, and then one I'll do the light, but I will still add my smoky slate. So smoky slate dark, I'm just gonna go under to add shade, and then the light for the outline. And it doesn't matter if it's squiggly wiggly, as you can see, like it's not the same thickness, but that just adds to the character of the tree, right? And then the other one, I'm gonna use the light, just so when you put them together, one would look, it gives depth to the actual scene.
We've done it.
Yay! Thank you so much.
5,000.
So Barry's just, what are you writing? Excuse me. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't said hello yet, do say hi, and you'll be put into the random draw. I have created, ooh, that was a bit thick, kind of like another card. The pre-made card would be then be put onto the random draw next time. Right, so we will do the next tree. If you do go over your lines and you want it to stay crisp and white, you can use your color lifter. So it's not much, it just went over, but the color lifter, just make sure that it hasn't picked up any other color. If you go over and just place it where you want the color to be pushed out from. So I placed it on the white area and it's just pushing it out towards the top, and once it's dry, hopefully it'll be fine. So we have dark again. So this one I'm gonna make slightly darker by adding a bit more in there, and then blending it out with the light. It's just a matter of playing with the blends and how you feel comfortable coloring, because you can, as there's two of them in the combo pack, you might as well use both of them just to add a bit of depth. But if you want to make it even more 3D, amazing. And I'm just gonna add, you don't even have to put it right in the corner, you can just have it floating, the shadings. I won't do it now. No. Ooh, I was gonna try something as well actually. I'll do that now. I wanted a medium tree. You can just cut it out, I guess. But I'm gonna try that now. I'm just gonna clean this one.
You want to try?
It's fine, I already got it. It's always when you leave the room. It's like you know I'm about to ask you something and you just leave me. He's feeding the cats.
The cats are hungry.
I know, I'm just kidding. Yes, so you can see that you can take it off. You can mask it with masking tape or use the Stampin' Right markers as well. Oh. So I'm gonna get the Stampin' Right marker. And this is quite old. And just color or ink up where you want it. Because I think the two is quite, there's a big difference in the sizes. And I'm using the side tip more of the brush. It's probably easier to mask it, but it's done now. And don't forget to huff on it. It just reinvigorates something. It is slightly, I don't know, lighter than normal, but I'm gonna go with it. So the dark, the light, and then the gray. The thing is with starting with the light as well, you have to get the light, get the dark, and then get the light again. I'm just omitting that extra step, I guess. But if you don't like the look, then do the light, dark, light. But yes, smoky slate is good. And then once your memento is like dry, you can add Wink of Stella. So just be careful. It might look dry, that it might still spread out the ink of memento, because sometimes it does, especially if you oversaturate it with alcohol marker. Right, all of those greens are done. There you go. So for the next one, I'm gonna color in Crumb Cake, Balmy Blue, and Smoky Slate. I didn't actually use Just Jade. I wanted to use, normally yeah, I would use the dark Just Jade or shaded spruce to then add the shadows. So we're gonna do the same. We're gonna use the Smoky Slate as a shadow, but most of the raccoon will be Just Jade as Smoky Slate. So we'll start off with the dark Crumb Cake. So I just want areas of the cute raccoon, and then blend that out with the light. And because adding the darker shades on either side of his eyes, it just makes the eyes pop a bit more. And then I'm gonna add the darks on his tail. Is that how I did it? Yeah. And then the rest is light. And then for his body, I'm gonna use smoky slate actually. Yeah. Ears. Why not? I don't think Stampin' Up has got a like really bright color of blue. We have Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. They're quite dark, but Pacific Point would be lovely. Thank you. Please.
I'll grab it.
No, we don't have it. I don't think it's available. I also did his paws as dark crumb cake. And then just blend that out with the light. So you can see it's a small image, so you don't need much blending out. But that's where the smoky slate would be great. So I think I'm done for that. So we're gonna come in with the light smoky slate for most of his body. And arm, is that light? Yeah. So I'm just gonna cover him. And if it's, don't wait for it to dry too much, because if you add another layer on top, you might see the, what you call it, the lines. And we're also gonna use the color lifter just to add highlights as well. And my trusty friend, the chalk marker. So that's done. So for the tail, if we're gonna add shadows, I'm gonna use dark. And again, I'm just gonna add a line around. You don't have to do fancy shadings if you don't want to. And then you can just add another line around his bottom as well. Just to exaggerate that he's sitting down comfortably on his sledge. So if you want to add highlights, color lifter, so it pushes, because it adds like alcohol, clear alcohol, and it pushes out any colors that's on the paper as well. So we're just gonna do that there and around his mouth. It does take a couple of minutes for you to see the effect, so don't put too much on it. He says and I keep doing it. So that is done, and we're gonna, if we wanted to add a bit more shadows around the face or on the side, I'm just gonna add hints of that and then just blend that out with the light smoke slate. So just to mimic what what I've done with the crumb cake, and then with anything over, so the scarf is over his body, so it will have shadow underneath. So again, I'm just using the dark and then the light. Cool. I'm gonna leave his belly white and the pom-pom white, So I'm gonna go in now with the balmy blue and start off with the dark. I'm gonna color his hat. So I'm gonna keep it hat and scarf and the top sledge of the sledge balmy blue. You can incorporate another color if you prefer, but I'm just gonna do it that way. There's only a hint of difference between this dark and light, but you can exaggerate that with the help of smoky slate. Let's see what the light looks like. So that one is the light, smoky slate. I'll use the dark for underneath him. So again, I'm gonna go in with the dark balmy blue, and then the light, and then let's see the dark smoky slate. And just try and blend that out with the light. And now we're gonna go on the tails, so the dark, so it's flowing, oh wishy, it's flowing like that. So the closest to you, and I would say the highlights would be where the curve is. So I'm adding the dark on either side of those. And then the light, and then the smoky slate. Yeah. And then finally this bit. Is that light? I'll use the light this time. Cool. Here you go. Is it too far? Or can people see? Oops. That'll be my fault. So that's done. And we're gonna move on to the sledge. And then we'll finish up with the chalk marker. So I'm just using the light for the highlights. See, I flick back between light and dark. I start off with dark or light, but it doesn't really matter too much. Especially if you're introducing a third color as well. Which I'll do the dark around him, so underneath where the his shadows would be. Blend that out if you want it, if you don't want it too stark. It's well, I don't even know. Too prominent. And then for the sledge, I'm gonna incorporate the colors that I've used for him onto there. So I'm gonna use crumb cake. So dark crumb cake where the shadows will be, and light would be where the highlights. So shading underneath. So if the light is there, it'll be mostly underneath it, but I'm just going over behind the, I'm guessing, the support, and then behind of the tip. And then I'm just gonna color with the light. The support I'm gonna use smoky slate. And I'll just do light if you wanted more shading underneath, and then incorporate your smoky slate, it will look different than the added dark crumb cake already.